Hey, my name is Chance. I'm a fire safety consultant with AKE Safety Equipment here in Kansas. And standing here on my family farm. It was originally bought in 1916 by my great-grandfather. And I'm pretty proud to say that I'm Generation 5 over here. You know, one thing I like about this company is the fact that I get to work with people that I grew up around. You know, these are a granddad farmed. He's a child of the Great Depression. And that's what I do for a living. Is I drive around and I meet people just like what I grew up with, and I get to do things and help better their lives. And it gives you a sense of belonging. This is something that you're not just punching the clock every day. This is a job to where you can actually genuinely make a difference in people's lives. When I first saw the ad, I was actually working for a pipeline safety company, and believe it or not, I was actually a safety guy. And it got to a point where I thought, I've pretty much gone as high as I think I could. There wasn't much opportunity to grow anymore. I always felt like I was capable of more. So I was looking online. I think I found it at Indeed.com at the time. And I saw the ad, and it was, almost looked too good to be true when I first saw it. But it was an ag-based company, and selling liquefied gas fire extinguishers. Well, I saw the demo, and I was blown away. So I kept reading a little farther. Come to find out, this is it's a Christian company, and they have a set of morals and values that a lot of people consider to be old-fashioned, but these are still morals that I grew up with and my family still holds to this day. And I think that's very important. I had a pretty good drive up to Minnesota, and I remember thinking on the way up there, I didn't know what to expect. But the back of my mind kept telling me that this is, I told myself, Chance, this is an opportunity. This is something you've been looking for, and it's right up your alley. I'm just an average guy. But when I finally got up to AKE and I met the people and got to understand the core values and what the company is really, really out to do, I fit right in. And then come to find out, that a Christian company, and this is, it was legit. I called my wife on the way home and driving back that night. I think it was an 8 or 9 hour drive, and I told her, I says, this is what I was meant to do. And I says, I fit right in. Even on the drive home, I called my sales manager, and I talked with him for a couple hours, and it was just like we're old friends. It's like we'd known each other for years. And that's just a feeling I don't think I'd ever experienced, and that was just initial hiring. So that was great, off to a good start. And I remember telling my wife, I said, honey, the Lord has put us here for a reason. So I don't believe in circumstance, or I guess I believe that everything happens for a reason. And what I do day to day, first out, the day before, the night before, I usually go look. I have a look at my map, and I kind of decide that which area I need to be working in. I've kind of got a little strategy that I've worked out over time, but I said, okay, I'm going to go work in this county today, and I said, okay, I'm going to go visit 25 people and make 25 stops, and and that's kind of how things start out. But it's important to me to be goal oriented. You have to have a target. Like say, I'm not going home today until I make a sale, or I meet 15 people or something. Just need to have a goal to work with. We really don't make sales every day. As much as I'd like to stand here and tell you that it's all roses, it's a tough job. You have to be self-motivated, and you have to get yourself out of bed. And I think most of us are at the point now we don't even use an alarm clock, because we're so passionate about what we do that we get up. For me, I get up out of bed and I think, what? I have a job, and I look forward to helping people, and I now have the power to do that with this job. So it's a matter of what your core values are. Some people will try this and quickly decide that hey, it's too much work for me. Yeah, there's no guaranteed paycheck, but there are those people out there, and maybe you're one of them, that that can push through the hard times, that can pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get going again, because that's what it takes. You're going to have rough times. That's what that's life, but it's a matter of driving forward and going and seeing that next person. How far are you willing to go to help someone potentially save their life or property? As far as the people that I meet and the customers, these are salt of the earth people. These are guys that you'd meet in the grocery store. Families that you might go to church service with. I know a lot of my customers I go to church with, and my kids are in Sunday school with their kids, and it's a really great deal. But the kind of people that you meet, the salt of the earth folks. I've had customers call me, and one guy told me, he says, "Chance, thank you." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, thank you for selling me these fire extinguishers, because 2 weeks after you left, we finally had a fire. We hadn't had a fire in 25 years on our farm, but within a month after you left, we actually had a fire, needed that fire extinguisher." And you think about the impact you may have on someone's life, or maybe saving a piece of equipment. That these are what people use for their livelihood. Your average farmer can't get away without a tractor. The culture of AKE is I've never seen anything like it. It kind of reminds me of the brotherhood, I guess, in a little way, when I was in the fire service. But AKE, there's so many jobs that people go to work every day, and you don't know who your boss is. You may not know everybody in the company. With AKE, that is not the case at all. Working for AKE, I like the fact that I can at any point in time call up our company owner. Super good guy, easy to talk to, and I can call and talk with my sales manager on a regular basis, and we talk quite frequently. Anybody on the team, anybody in the company, we're all acquainted, we're all friends, and we work together for a common goal. So you're never really stuck out on your own. They don't just hand you the keys and say, go figure it out. There's training throughout the entire process. And when you get to a point, say, hey, I'm stumped. I don't know what to do. That's what the rest of the team's for. We all have each other's backs. I started out with this company early in 2019, and I had no sales experience. Honestly, I didn't know what I was doing. All I knew is I knew fire, and I knew the ag industry a little bit. So I guess you could say I kind of was just winging it in the beginning. But with the support that we have, I've learned the skills, and I now have a management position. So the opportunity is there. It's just a matter of are you going to utilize it or not? And the successful people in this company, utilize that. They make the phone calls. They call the sales manager for advice, or anybody on the team, so they can progress and move forward. I've been so blessed to have, I have made 150% more money than I ever did working at any of my other jobs. I never thought that was possible, and truth be told, it's kind of a jump, because once again, you're going from a secure job, a guaranteed paycheck, and but with this, you actually have to get out of bed. You actually have to get out there and make the sales. It's entirely up to you how much money you want to make. There's no limit. Nobody's going to say, hey, no more overtime. Hey, we got a snow day, we're not working today, so no paycheck. That's not with AKE at all. It is entirely up to you, and the people that are successful here, they like that about the company. I feel so blessed to sell a product like we do. Just the other day, I ran across a situation. I'm literally, out selling farm to farm, and by divine intervention, I just happened to buy an accident on the highway, and 2 vehicles had been involved in a crash, and it was pretty bad. And I was reaching the back seat of my pickup, and I grabbed one of my personal fire extinguishers, and I ran up there, and about 6 or 7 shots, I put out that fire. And there was people involved in the accident. There were some people that were hurt, but none of them were hurt because of fire. And when you think about the effect that you have on people's lives, even just the opportunity to save someone's life, that's powerful. That's generally what we do is we go out and put these top quality extinguishers in people's hands so they can save that machine. They can save a family member, or really the sky's the limit. Um, but that is one of the reasons I love working for AKE, because I am making a difference. Not only am I making pretty decent money, but I can walk and hold my head high because I know that I am doing something of value. I sleep better at night, and it's just it's truly a blessing when you can make a genuine difference in someone's life.